Shooting for me. Yeah. Evergreen. Seattle be the city. That's right. Seattle be the city. For the takeoff. Seattle be the city. Hey. City for the takeoff. Going hard, my niggas ain't soft. Born in the center of the chaos. Seattle taking flight for the takeoff. We checking loose ends for they break off. You know my city go hard, my niggas ain't soft. Up in the evergreen, you know we move mean. We dedicated to the struggle, trying to live king. We dedicated to the hustle, seeing what it bring. Elevated on a double like a triple beam. Great team, bout that action like a movie scene. We bust shots and we hot, Uzi magazine. We play the win, going in, we the first string. I put my city on the map from here to Beijing. Up and down the map, C-Town is where it's at. City, state to state, we be checking trap. We give instructions, set them down, and they bring it back. We consistent with the game, and we never lack. Yeah, you go against the grain, it gon' get strange. Lame niggas in my city always catch flames. Real niggas in my city doing big things. Getting money every day through the pouring rain. Seattle be my city where it's at. Seattle be my city where it's at. Seattle be my city where it's at. Home of the fresh weed, tips and the max. Seattle be my city where it's at. Seattle be my city where it's at. Seattle be my city where it's at. You gotta love my city, you gon' wanna run it back. Liquid sunshine, rainy days on the grind. Hustle to get mine, smell that evergreen pine. Even when I'm doing bad, know I'm doing fine. Press a hard line, staying down on the climb. Feeling blessed through the stress to my last breath. Cooking games, serving fiends like a dope chef. Throw a flag on the field like a mad ref. And violators get punished when they try to test. Every hood in my city, it go dumb really. Cause every hood in my city, it get real gritty. Should look pretty in my city, but it's real tricky. Take a wrong turn, family, you might catch 50. Niggas never learn, so we still dying many. Instead of building, getting money, it's the hate and envy. I'm in the traffic moving swiftly and they tryna clip me. I'm in the traffic switching lanes and they tryna hit me. You know this life, it ain't a game, snake shit is trendy. These new niggas don't aim when they bustin' minutes. I'm in the city full of game and I love my city. Doing dirt up in the rain cause we so filthy. Seattle be my city where it's at. Seattle be my city where it's at. Seattle be my city where it's at. Home of the fresh weed, tips and the max. Seattle be my city where it's at. Seattle be my city where it's at. Seattle be my city where it's at. You gotta love my city, you gon' wanna run it back.
What's good, YouTube? Checking back in on a late night, man. Just come across some funny, weird type of material on my timeline. You know, a lot of us who follow, you know, our guys, you know, over at Grown Man Talk. First of all, shout out to Grown Man Talk and For No Fame, and shout out to John Schaap. One of my first admins ever. That's what I'm saying, man. He keeps coming through, man. I just want to acknowledge that. I appreciate it. And I just say, you know what? You look like the man for the job, man. If nothing else, I know you're going to support, man. I appreciate you, man. So you got the wrench, bro. That's what it is. But I got some funny news through my timeline about this man right here. If anybody knows about the history, everybody knows that me and a grown man talk. At one time, we were admins for this guy on his platform over at the BBN network. And, you know, uh, I don't think either one of us knew what we was heading for in dealing with this guy. Um, because when you're dealing with mental instability, you don't know what to expect day by day. And so it's safe to say, that before we knew it, we were caught up in the madness, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Illness. I'm not saying that it's something to really laugh at. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to, kick this man while he's down, but he did do a lot of dirty work towards me and Grown Man Talk P. Um, he put out a lot of bad info on P. I never bought into it. I never used that as a reason as to why I felt the kind of way towards him or anybody else in his circle. I just used my own judgment, and to be truth be known, I always had some suspicions about Jack Frost's character. Period. I mean, he just seemed to be unstable, and I've seen a lot of people, good people, mind you, good folks, come on board and just end up getting demolished by this guy. With his ability to basically shut you down during the chat, or if you want to uh, bring in a point, or even just have an opposite point of view. He would always slant it and use his so-called band of people to work against you. And it's like, I myself had a very bad experience with the guy, and I don't talk about it much because I always knew in the end that it was going to be his just desserts that he would, basically start failing on this platform. And sure enough, he did. But this was a while back, when I stopped supporting him, and everybody knows the promo that I did, which was a lot. I'm gonna run it by you guys right quick because I didn't run it in the beginning. I did run it in the beginning, but this was the promo that I started over there. So just bear with me. It's only 30 seconds. Hello, Mr. Big. Yep, yep, yep. Um, so that promo was essentially what I used to help catapult his promotions campaign that he started. Mind you, he wasn't doing promotions at that time, but I ran it by him like, look, man, I'm only really here to promote my platform, which is something other than YouTube. And if you pay attention to the promotion, you see what it's about. Now, I'm not really here to talk about that right now. Right now I'm just here to basically explain that um, that I put a lot of good ideas in his head. In fact, because of my editing skills and you can see that promotion that I did right there, I put that together myself. And, you know what I mean? I did I gave him basically a script to read. There's another version of that promotion, and that script was, you know, what he read the uh, during the promotions that we did. And So what he told me at that point, and I'm just gonna be short with this, is that look, if I could do that, make those promotions for him, and that he can offer it on his platform, that he would be able to essentially make some money, and that he was gonna split it with me. And I was kind of like, nah, I don't really want to do that, but I knew the man was kind of hurting. He's always been hurting. He wasn't doing it nowhere near as bad as he ended up doing. But I almost told him, I think I told him in some shape, form, or fashion to, just take that and put it back into whatever equipment or something like that. Anybody who follow me and you know what my platform is about, and that I got my own studio, and I got a nice studio, and I'm not doing bad. You know what I mean? But I just seen an opportunity to help somebody whom I thought would be appreciative of it early on, mind you. Having seen a lot of people fall by the wayside during that time, I realized that it was probably only a matter of time before he would basically find a reason to kick me to the curb or give me my bags, as they like to call it. Having seen grown man P get his bag and totally disagree with his reasoning, and then all the slander that he threw out behind him, I was like, this is a cold ass brother, not even a brother, a weirdo. And I'm like, okay, I can't, I got to keep my guards up. Let me just get ready to get up off this whole platform, because I can see right now, there ain't no loyalty, and there ain't no ethical business going on. You know what I'm saying? He brought a lot of people over there to that man's platform, helped him get numbers, people that participated. And that's obvious now, because those same people now are part of our platform over there at Grown Man Talk and For No Fame. And they're solid. They're all solids. I love that. I love where I landed. You know what I mean? Because it's a big difference. In fact, I want to give a big shout out to all of those people over there for basically, subscribing, following me, and helping me build my numbers up to where now I'm fully monetized, and I appreciate that. So, with that being said, good business shows good work. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we have here. So, with that said, Ross eventually did find a reason to kick me out, give me my bag, and it was in reference to individual named just 2.0. Now, mind you, I was, moderating the chat like we do over on the other two platforms. I was speaking to, our guys, and there was some bad talking. So I wasn't even some bad talking. Somebody just being misinformed and misdirected of the quote, and they basically was like, I was like, hey, let me know if I can help you, find. He was like, let me know if I can find a video that ain't got nothing to do with what the topic was. And I was like, look, man, let's try to stay on topic. This is what the instructions are. But whatever it was, he didn't do that, right? Well, I told him, I said, look, I'm gonna time you out. Now, as a job as an admin, and we all know that, we all got riches, we all work on these other two platforms. We know that we pretty much have the confidence of the people that gave us those riches. Am I correct? Yeah. We got the confidence in the people that gave us the riches to do what's best for the platform. Now, mind you, I'm not knowing what's going on behind the scenes, but later I found out that what it was, that once I gave this 2.0 guy a timeout, Ross had an explosion on me on air. And I had told him way before when he gave me the wrist, man, I said, if you got something to say to me, um, just go ahead and hit me on the IG right quick. I don't know why you wouldn't do it, because you're always on the IG anyway, looking at them IG girls, because he's a big old trick. And I'm like, just hit me up real quick and tell me what it is that I so-called did, and I'll correct it if possible. But please don't put me on blast like you're paying me a salary and that I'm your employee and some more shit. No, that's what we're not gonna do. And he said, I agree, you deserve that respect. Mind you, I'm paying $100 a week for my promotions and my campaigns. And not only that, I'm donating and I'm doing various other things and doing work for the platform. So yes, I'm really paying my way and helping him make his day. But when he made his decision that he did not like what I did to this particular person, I let him know that I didn't appreciate that he put me on blast. And I told him that I didn't like that he could do that. I had warned him about doing that. I said, man, go ahead and take your funky wrist back, and I'm good. And I exited. So he tries to tell me and tells to paint a picture for at least 2 weeks that I'm a cyber bully and that I was bullying 2.0. Mind you, I find out later from somebody else that 2.0 is the same person whom he had been offering an apartment to. Okay, now all the pieces are starting to fall into place into a puzzle. Okay, and I'm like, okay, the puzzle's coming together. So 2.0 was going to give you a place to stay. So no matter what I did to him, I'm wrong. I'm dead wrong. There's no forgiving in what I was doing. In fact, my promotion money and all that shit didn't mean shit. It didn't mean a thing. In fact, he violated my promotion because I told him, I said I didn't want you to run it for the next week, and he charged me. I asked for a refund. I said, man, give me my money back, man. I'm good, man. Remind you, the promotion hadn't even ran for the next week. We were still on this week. I said, just go ahead and refund me my money. And he was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. I'm like, okay, nigga, this is a good way to say, you know what? Eat that little shit. I bet you won't get nothing else up out of me. And I basically exited. So as time revealed, he in turn lets 2.0 back onto the platform. And now I find out what it was. That he was basically grooming 2.0 to help him get that apartment, which he ended up stealing or taking from 2.0. This is all actual and factual. Now, I found this out because a constituent of mine who goes to another platform told me, that 2.0 is part of that platform. And he told his whole story about what Frost did to him. So I'm like, okay, that's just another receipt in a long grocery bag of receipt for Jack Frost and all the shit that he does or doesn't do. So he basically manipulated 2.0 out of his place, threw him under the bus, got 2.0 kicked up out the spot, and he tried to take over his place. Now, mind you, I don't watch BBN no more. I quit watching him ever since he did that. There's some other stuff, but like I said, I don't want to get into what happened behind the scenes with this guy and in regards to my family, but it was ugly. It was enough to where I was like, I don't think it's good that you should ever try to be in my proximity, if you know what I mean. And so he, acknowledged that and he blocked me. So I'm like, whatever, man, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So it was brought to my attention today, and this is like what YouTube was saying right here, that he is losing the place. He had to have like $1,000 some. His phone bills $1,000 some. All of these bills are mounting up, and all I could just do is just shake my head and say, man, you brought all of that shit on yourself. All of that shit on yourself. Now, mind you, one of my partners here from Seattle was another one of his big sponsors. And we both were admins, and we were doing, work together. And we're talking about bringing them over to Seattle, and letting them do what they was going to call a BBN Seattle chapter, like they did in Vegas. We was going to, set them up, let them get some work in, network, and all that. Well, come to find out that him and his name is put in the ass. I will say that now because he's gone. And some of you who ever seen me across his earlier videos putting the ass was the one that came over bags. And well, that's my homie. He's from Seattle. Been to my studio many times. And he did that work for Frost just free of charge. gave him the video, gave him the song, gave him all the stuff, the promotion to go with it, and Frost ran with it. But in the end, when the ass was like, man, look, man, I can't keep trying to take care. You know, you need to get yourself at least a part-time job. Everybody needs to do something different than what he, you know, what he's trying to so-called call is right. You know, like even today he's saying I won't take a job, and this is my dream job. I got some audio I'm gonna play, and it's gonna let you see just what his mindset is. It's not good. It's really, really, really not good. In fact, I'm really gonna be surprised if YouTube does not, and I don't mean the guy that's on our channel, right? Anyway, shout out to YouTube. I know who you are. That the actual YouTube is not going to take into consideration as to what he did on air today earlier. It's not good. It's dangerous. It could be affectful to kids who might take this as a form of a way out and all that. It's just unacceptable. And I believe the man needs to be off of YouTube and basically check yourself into Bellevue. I think that's what's in New York, Bellevue facility for a couple of weeks. But what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna take a listen in on what he said on this earlier live.
I'm just sitting here trying to get the courage. That's it. I'm not gonna go get a job because you destroyed my platform. My platform is just fine. If y'all wasn't here harassing me, I wouldn't have a fucking problem. If y'all wasn't here trying to make everybody hate me, I wouldn't have a problem. You are trying to force me to.
Give me a second right here. I want to address this part. It is at this point where this man literally, in the middle of his live, stopped and went into that fit and did this. As you can see, he's got a knife to his neck. I don't get it. Why are you on YouTube displaying this weak ass character about yourself because you are trying to, I guess, implicate a bunch of people and say you feel bullied? I mean, let's face it, he ain't never had a problem before of calling the feds on people and all that. I understand that that's what he did with the one platform. I won't say his name either, but he did call the feds on him and whatnot, and he still called the authorities on you. And he went to YouTube, because he used to go to the studio a lot, and he told on a bunch of people. And it's like, why would you do that? And then you get on YouTube and do this. At the end of the day, you're on here with unstable character, and you're blaming everybody for everything that happened to your platform on them and not taking responsibility for what it is that you've done. The problem is, and let you tell it, and you are going to say this, you do know how to work with YouTube. You know how to work a YouTube. You did very well through the 6ix9ine situation. You got up off your ass and you went out there and you handled your business. You went to the court. You was on scene. You was making appearances. You was going to events. You was taking interviews. You were doing all of that. You're not doing none of that now. You're sitting over here on some weirdo stuff, and it's getting to the point where people are beginning to wonder, are you really actually stable? I know I am. I think that you need to be addressed and in a hurry. You need to be addressed and in a hurry. We're gonna get back to some more of the audio, and y'all can make that determination right now.
Woo! What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Come on, what y'all want to talk about? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What's next in Rico. I think Lil Baby is next in Rico. And I think Lil Baby is next in Rico because they put Lil Baby all the way in the Rico. They put Lil Baby in the Rico when the dude said that they got Lil Baby to stop dealing drugs or some shit. Nah, you don't gotta say nothing. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna get enough money. It's not gonna happen. Just put the comments up. It's just not possible. And it doesn't matter because they're gonna keep harassing me until I gotta do it anyway, so it don't matter. I gotta die sooner or later, and that's that. Put it in the chat, what y'all wanna talk about. It's not gonna stop. It's never gonna end. What y'all wanna talk about, put it in the chat. What y'all wanna talk about, put it in the chat. What y'all wanna talk about, put it in the chat. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Come on, what y'all want to talk about?
So what you can see right now is that Ross is very, very unstable. I want to explain to my man, Grown Man P, right quick. Ross did this today. This was brought to my attention through a common constituent of yours and mine, that he basically had a meltdown because he isn't able to get the money that he needed to pay his rent again. He's about to be homeless, and so he's threatening his clients, his subscribers with. Well, during his live, he put a knife to his neck and had a meltdown, and he did cut himself. This is a still shot of him doing that. That is a knife pointed towards his neck. I'm like, are you serious, man? I mean, because if nothing else, at the end of the day, no matter who's fucking with you, or no matter even of all the dirt that you give to everybody else, Why would you take this cowardly way out of your situation when you brought it on yourself? Nobody wants to network with this man anymore because he burnt so many bridges and he basically, threw so many people under the bus, including myself. I know for a fact what he did to my guy, Grown Man PP. I'm like, this guy has a preponderance of people continuously that he has done dirty shit to. And none of the admins that were there are there now that was there before. And these were solid admins. They're solid like the ones that we got now over at the platform with for no payment government piece. Solid. I'm like, why would you, dog everybody out like that unless you have some sort of problem that we don't know about? Now, mind you, everybody's saying that he has a substance abuse problem. I think, it might be beginning to show it. It might be beginning to show right now. So I'm like, oh, thanks for that, Hulk Green. I needed to know that. So I can even go so far as to show the footage right now. Okay, but oh, you're right. You're right. That's what I'm saying. He had to take that down. I mean, again, you got to have responsible live streaming content and have to realize that this is not an act that you want to carry out on YouTube in the middle of prime time, talking about suicide. And why? Because your channel is no longer a functioning channel. It's not making no money. In fact, you're losing money because you have to pay for this and you have to pay for that. We all know the overhead of sustaining the channel. And when you don't want to do nothing else but YouTube, and he said that, this is my job. I'm not quitting my job. I'm going to die first. It's like, dude, you got your priorities all the way fucked up. It's crazy. Yeah, he don't want to hear it. He don't want to hear it. They can't help him. He don't want to hear it. As soon as you start talking about, I got a job for you or something for you to do, he is really, really animate and like, man, he will kick you off his platform. And that's what he did to my guy, putting the ass who was plainly, when me and putting the ass pulled out from him, the next thing you know, he was doing live streams in the middle of a park talking about he homeless. Exactly, P. He really needs help. I really think that at this point now, it shouldn't even be up to anybody flagging him or reporting him to YouTube. I think YouTube needs to step in and be like, look, man, we can't let you continue on this path, until you go seek some evaluation, some help down there in Bellevue or wherever it is you live, wherever it is you live in, and get you some professional help and take some time off. You wouldn't be the first person to have to take a leave of absence from your job. Am I right? Here we go. He says, until he takes accountability for his actions, he will continue to fall. Exactly. It's called karma. And do you know that I know for a fact that he has that word so that if you say karma in the chat, it will automatically hide. It will automatically hide your comment and then he will address you. And then 9 times out of 10, you're getting your back because he knows he got that comment. He did all of us dirty, all of us dirty. Now, mind, he couldn't do me that dirty because at the end of the day, I'm like, dude, I'm going to keep on doing. I'm going to keep cleaning just like you did and so many others. I'm going to keep on building and keep on doing what I got to do. You ain't stopping me. You just motivate. And this is what you're seeing is the end result of this man who's getting his due dessert. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole problem. He's blaming everything on everybody else except for himself. If you ask me, when he says, hey man, I'm good at YouTubing, I can't argue. You are good at YouTubing. It's your people skills that got you all fucked up. You conduct yourself literally like a dolphin or a crackhead when you're dealing with people and their money. Your business skills show you that you are on some unethical shit. And that shit will turn around and kick you right back in your face. Because, like they say, if you burn all your bridges, you better know how to swim. So, according to Big Man, he said that the video can be played. So that's his, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a shot right quick. Bear with me. I want you to look at this man's demeanor.
I don't know. What's next in Rico. I think Lil Baby's next in Rico. And I think Lil Baby is next in Rico because they put Lil Baby all the way in the Rico. They put Lil Baby in the Rico when the dude said that they got Lil Baby to stop dealing drugs or some shit. Nah, you don't gotta say nothing. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna get enough money. It's not gonna happen. Just put the comments up. It's just not possible. And it doesn't matter because they're gonna keep harassing me until I gotta do it anyway, so it don't matter. I gotta die sooner or later, and that's that. Put it in the chat, what y'all wanna talk about. It's not gonna stop. It's never gonna end. What y'all wanna talk about, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. What y'all wanna do? Put it in the chat. Do this. Didn't they just beat up somebody allegedly? Freddie Gibbs just got beat up, right? This is not gonna keep happening. 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 This is not, I swear to God, this is gonna be old. I'm not gonna have to live like this every single day. Hey, if something happened to Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs got some kind of problems or something. This is not gonna I can't live like this no more. Let's go. This is not gonna keep. I'm not nothing else, right? They're not gonna stop until I'm homeless and right. So I don't wanna be homeless. So I don't really got much of a choice. Put it in the chat what y'all wanna talk about. I don't wanna be homeless. They're not gonna stop until I'm homeless.
Okay, I'm gonna put a pause on that right quick because, as you can see, he's speaking really in a schizophrenic manner. He's talking about they and like there's a group of people or operatives working against him. The point being is, you don't have to be homeless. You got choices. You can go get you a job and do YouTube part-time until you get back on your feet. I did it. A lot of people do. I got a job right now. Everybody knows that. I work and I help sustain myself because we do what we got to do so we can do what we want at the end of the day. You got to go get your money. And if YouTube is no longer paying the bills, you cannot fall apart and be like, oh man, you know, this is the end of the road for me. I can't do this no more. And I'm going to just check out of life. You know, the man got a daughter. He got a daughter. Can you imagine that? You know, I mean, as you can see, he's not even considering that. It's like, why don't you go get you a real job until you can get it together? It's simple. I'm giving you advice right now. If this is your dream job, well, it can still be there. You can keep on dreaming. It's gonna be there when you wake up.
Straight up. And you used to dream about being a basketball player too, but you didn't make it there. So what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Just move on. Move on for now. You're right, G. He got different people talking in his head. He got a schizophrenic behavior going on. And I don't know if this is really I don't even know what to believe if this is a call for drop or does he really need help. To me, I'm saying he needs help. I mean, I'm saying at some point they gotta make sure that he goes and gets that help. Somebody got to step in, even if it's YouTube, because he's somewhere locked in his room doing these lives and don't nobody know where he at because he's so schizophrenic and so afraid, paranoid that people are after him. And it's like, dude, you are not the guy to be looking for like that. Everybody's moved on. Everybody's winning. We're all winning. And that's all you have to do is just look at that and nothing else. Start taking credit for it. Say, yeah, I showed you how to do this. Yeah, I was kind of fucked up. Not the way I taught you, but at least before that, I could acknowledge that. Like, yeah, okay. You could do that. You could take credit. I ain't gonna give you credit for it. I've been doing this shit for a while, but I'll give you some. Because you definitely showed me how not to do it. You showed me who I need to network with. I need to work with like-minded people. Again, shout out to Grown Man P, Grown Man Chop, Porno Fame, the Do Show, Ron Dale, all the people that have subscribed to my channel, people like that who have helped me get to the point where I'm at. Well, now I'm monetized and I can help the next person. A person like a rapper Jay, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to pay it forward. This man never did that. He never got on his platform and said, "What? Y'all need to go subscribe to this man's channel." And if he did do it, he tried to tear you back down as soon as he was done with you. He tried to tear all that back down. Call you all kind of slanderous shit. Am I right? Okay? All kind of slanderous ass shit. It ain't cool. Yeah, he's talking that talk. And that's another thing. Anybody who's so-called a spiritual person as he says he is, you know as well as I know in almost every religion that if you take your own life, you know where you're waking up, right? You know if you think you got it bad here on earth, try waking up in a pool of flame. Straight up. Try waking up here. There's nothing nice about that. Okay? Because that's just forever. See, the thing is, while we're here on earth, when we battling and doing what we're doing with this everyday thing that they call life, these are the tests that the Almighty, the All High, Allah, God, whatever you choose to call them, these are the things that's giving you to help make you stronger, help make you better, and help cleanse you of some of those evil things that you got going through your mind. But some of us, like he said, there's some issues. And the man needs to go address these issues. Taking your life on YouTube is not the way you address it. For one, you got a child, you got a daughter. You need to think about that. Straight up. I'm saying this directly to you, Frost. You need to think about that. Nobody should be able to push you and to bully you and to do anything that's against that. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you have to be able to go home and say, you know what? I had a bad day at work, but I'm here to bring you some bread, some water, some meat, or whatever I need to put on your plate so that you can eat. That's my baby. I'm gonna take care of her. I'm gonna go through the rigmaroles of being beat up at work and all that, just so I can make that happen. I don't know what his problem is. All I know is that the man feels like he's beneath getting the job. You bring this up because he even told us, yep, he told, trust me, he told Roman P that he would never get monetized, and now I got the blueprint, and you so do. And I'm just gonna say that number one thing is you gotta be able to network, and you gotta be able to work with people in a good way. And you gotta realize it ain't all about you. You know what I'm saying? If you brought a plan to this man, and I did, my platform that I brought to him, I was like, man, we can get 6ix9ine. Nobody wants to put him on at that time because he was so-called blackball. I said, we can get him on this platform. I said, I will give you a 10% finder's fee because if all we get is $100,000 out of his million followers paying $5 a subscription to our platform, I said, we're rich. I will give you 10% of that. Bringing them to me. All he could talk about was BBN. I'm like, dude, I already have the channel built. What I'm gonna do right quick, I'm gonna just give y'all a little break. I'm not trying to continuously push this on you. I'm talking so you guys can get an example of what it is I'm talking about. This is it right here. Instead, the man talked about me so bad and never even looked and seen what I do, what it is I do, until I was long gone. And then he said, I don't even know what, he admitted it. I don't even know what he do because he ain't looking at trying to network with nobody else. See, that's the number one formula that I realized with the people that I'm associated with now. Hey, shout out again to Roman Talk, Porno Fame, the Juice Show, Rondell, all the people that came and subscribed to the channel, and everybody that came with it to help me get monetized. See? Now I'm monetized. That's the formula. Because at the end of the day, there is no I in team. You know what I'm saying? But this man, he figured it out. There's an M and an E. That's all he thinks about. When you're a selfish person like that, and you cut yourself out from all of the people that are around you, this is what you end up dealing with. You start having voices in your head. And some of them voices ain't good to be entertaining, obviously. So I'm gonna get some back to some more so you guys can hear this exactly what the heck it is he's talking about. Because it's not good.
I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that again. I promise you I ain't doing that again. Put it in the chat, what y'all want to talk about. Y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. Doing that again. They never gonna stop until I die. It's the only relief. I'm never gonna have no relief. It's the only relief. What y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. In the chat. Freddie Gibbs' chain got snatched. Yeah, Freddie Gibbs recently. I don't know. They said something happened with yeah. I don't want to live like this no more. That's 100% true. That's a fact. You've never been stalked before, so you don't know what the fuck you talking about. You've never been stalked before, so you don't know what you're talking about. I don't even want him to hear. Get the fuck out of here. You don't know how it feels to be stalked. You don't know how it feels, alright? You don't know how it feels for somebody to just want you to die and for them to just dedicate every second of their life to you dying. You don't know how that feels. You don't know how that feels, alright? Just so we can play. So, what do y'all want to talk about? Get this out of the way. Get this out of the way. Fuck this shit. I'm not quitting my job. So these are the options. These are the options. These are the options.
Does that sound normal? The first thing he says, I'm not quitting my job. And these are the options. In other words, I'm not quitting my job. And I guess he's talking about killing and stuff. And that shit ain't, I mean, that's first of all some bullshit. Okay? But we kind of seen this, and some of us who have been following this man a little bit, even from the outside looking in, realize that he pulls these kind of stunts every once in a while. You know, he does that. He does that. It's like it's like he's taking his followers and holding them hostage and saying I'll do it, and that's not cool. That's not good, and it's showing. It's showing in its numbers. It's showing, that people are getting tired of this type of content. And it's like getting to a point now where we have to say to ourselves, man, is this even safe for this man to continue networking and streaming like this? This is not good YouTubing. Not at all. So at the end of the day, we got to figure this out. Okay, I'm going to do that right now, P. Here we go. Give me 1 second, brother. What's up, Blackout? Yep. Okay, here you go, P. I'm about to put it up right now in the chat, in the link. I might have to put it on the YouTube link. Hold on. Put a one up if you see it. I ain't used to doing this part of the year. You see it? Okay, I got you. Okay, let me bring you on. Anybody else also that, especially if I know you, somebody like Blackout, who's invited me so many times to his platform to chop it up with him and whatnot, you're more than welcome to hit the link too, bro. Okay, let me put this down right now. All right. Are you in here, Pete?
Yeah, I'm in here. That nigga crazy.
What's up, brother?
Hey, shit,
Man,
man. I'm just laying back.
for somebody like me and you who was there from like day one, ain't this some crazy ass, wild ass shit to be seeing?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I knew he was in a meltdown, but not this serious. Like he's to the point where I'm not scared he'll hurt himself. I'm scared he'll hurt somebody.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, like I said, even if let's just say he carried through with this, God forbid, you know what I'm saying, and he's trying to look like he's trying to address the situation on live. I was like, man, you got $1, man. You ain't thinking about that?
No, because all he thinking about is YouTube. Some of these people get caught up in this matrix and they can't get out. And he's really fucked up. He's caught up in the matrix. Like the three stalkers I got, they caught up in the matrix. You know what I'm saying? These niggas is really, really fucked up in the head. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, he's good at being a journalist. He knows how to do that shit very well. Like you said before, and you hit a real good point. He doesn't know how to treat people, and he doesn't know how to network. Therefore, he will never win. Nobody's never No, everybody is the wrong person. He's never wrong. You know what I'm saying? He's what they called me. What's that? A narcissist? That's what he is.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we both came. I've seen it where
Yeah.
both of us at some points it came up with good points, good views, good responses, and the first thing he says is he'll find his angle to say nope, 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 no, I
Mhm.
disagree. Whatever the case is,
Mhm.
your response was not the right response, even though we sharing the same platform, we helping you win, we working with you, but you find a way to somehow put us down all the time.
You know, and that's the truth. I'm telling the whole truth. I'm gonna tell you something that's crazy. He I was talking to him one day on the phone, and I'm like, told him I was gonna start the page and all that. And he was like, it's cool. He told me to do it and everything. He told me what program to use, OBS. You know what I'm saying? That's the first program I ever learned. He told me to go download that. He never helped me, but he told me to download it. I learned it. Long story
Mm-hmm.
short, when I hit like 400 or 500 subscribers, he told me like, yo, you will never get monetized. And I'm like, why? He like, because of the content you put out. And I'm like, at the time we was just fucking off, bothering everybody, same dumb shit we was doing. It was COVID, this, everybody was going at each other. You know what I mean? And he like, you won't be able to monetize that. And I'm like, all right. So I'm saying, I'm gonna get into doing music. He was like, nah, you ain't gonna monetize that either. When he told me that right there, I realized I was dealing with a hater. When he told me I can't, everything that I want to do, I can't monetize. I'm like, what?
Right, right.
Like, damn, all right, well, I'm gonna talk about Jesus. You can't monetize him either. I'm like, what the fuck can I monetize this? You know what I mean?
Uh,
But I'm on your show every day, and you got me calling up there. You know what I'm saying? And we doing the same shit I do on my platform. We doing it on your platform, just a little segment of it. You call me up there to verify that you're a good dude and this, that, this, that. But I'm only going by how you treat me. I'm not seeing none of this shit you was doing to people. And then
right.
that one day, I hit him up. I'm like, he said something, and it was basically about Black Lives Matter. And I'm like, yo, all lives matter. Like, when do
I
Black
remember
lives
that.
really matter? That nigga flipped on me. He went crazy on me and shit. And ever since then, I became one of them people in his head that he feel, yo, right now we know Rapper J, my little man. I don't care who he troll in my name. I'm cool with it. That's my little man. But
Mm-hmm.
he know damn well he ain't blocked me 992 times. He know damn well he ain't blocked somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you go block the same Let's Talk About It? I ain't even been Let's Talk About It in months, and this nigga still blocking the Let's Talk About It channel. So I
Right.
became one of them people in his head, like Zeke, like you, like
Mm-hmm.
James, like motherfucking Crown, like Rapper
Right.
J. I became one of them people in his head that he put there,
Mm-hmm.
and we out to kill him. I'm like, kill you, my nigga. Do you understand? I got a whole nother set of troll niggas fucking with me right now. You is my least worries.
Right. Right.
I got a whole,
Right.
I got a whole
We all
situation over here. You know what I'm saying?
we battling. We
Yeah, we
battling, but
got, yeah,
damn sure ain't talking about putting a knife to our necks at the end of the
nah,
day.
hell no. Hey, yo, I
We
ain't never
try to
thought
come
about
off
it.
winning.
Hey, yo, if I did a video like that, do you know how many niggas would be on my live cheering me on to do it?
We try to fly up there, P. What's going on?
Oh, that nigga P about to do it? Oh, go ahead, P, do it. I did.
You're like, cut the crap.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you are
Man,
clickbait.
yeah, hell yeah, calm yourself, nigga. But see, Jack fronting. He trying to get a cash app.
That's what I was going. We've been through this with him. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and I think at first I was saying that, but I'm looking at him like this dude looks really serious.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm scared he'll hurt somebody else before he hurt himself. See that
Hmm.
that 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 acting like he on the keyboard tapping shit. That shit right there is not the problem. The problem is when he start looking in the air and he start questioning himself. True crime, dumb criminal, salute. You know what I'm saying? When he started doing the old neck tapping and He's talking to somebody. He's not talking to his
Yeah,
chat. He's talking to that nigga in his head. It could be me, you, Rapper J, James. We don't know which nigga he
right,
talking to. That's why they always say, "Oh, P this, P." P not fucking with Jack. Because if I run up on Jack, he gonna fucking kill me. Because I'm one of them niggas in his head. You gotta remember, you
right,
dealing with a mental patient. You're not dealing. He, why you think he fought the young boy? He'll do all that to anybody else. He'll do whatever it is. He'll dead it, whatever. But if he run into anybody that's in his head, he's gonna go. He's gonna
right.
go. He's fucked up.
Yeah. First thing you gonna say is he said it before. If I see you, I ain't gonna
Yep.
think nothing else that but
He's
you
not.
trying to kill me.
Yep. He's
I'm
not.
like, nigga, I'm just here at the store to get some groceries. You just happen to be here. Nigga, I got here so
Word.
they have orange juice bottle or something because you think I'm trying to kill you?
Yo, you gonna have to hit that nigga with everything because that nigga ain't playing. That's for
Man,
real. That shit is crazy.
it's a bad situation, bro. But I mean, I have to say, with this last move, even if it is some sort of game that he's trying to play, I don't think YouTube should go for that, man, because you just don't know who's watching, man. You might affect somebody like that.
I'm gonna tell you this. YouTube, and this is the weirdo shit. YouTube will watch a motherfucker then they kill herself. YouTube will even put up someone getting killed or killing themselves, and they put up that shit that says if you press that this content got graphic this and that, if you want to watch it, continue to press this as an adult.
Yeah,
They
right,
added
right.
that shit to it. They'll let you talk about the dead. They'll let you do all sorts of
We
weirdo
know,
shit,
we
but they won't
know.
let you play a music song.
Ain't that some shit?
You see what I'm saying? They'll
Ain't
watch
that some
all this
shit?
weirdo shit. That jack
We
shit right
they
there.
won't help,
They
but they won't let us help promote these young dudes without all
hell
this
no.
shit going on.
Hell no. You tell them put the guns down, they gonna block you. I
That's
got
crazy.
banned for 2 weeks for playing Jesus. Jesus went in the temple and whipped everybody ass. I didn't believe it. So I went and looked for myself. And I was online and I looked. And I played that part of Jesus whipping niggas asses in the temple. And them niggas banned me for 2 weeks. I done got on YouTube and cussed everybody out. And they pushed my shit.
Oh,
Go to
yep.
jail and listen.
It's a
It's
funny
crazy.
standard. Mm-hmm.
Ayo, true crime. That nigga licking in the ear is the truth. You gotta look at him. That nigga go. He put like a fish. He go like he bite up in the air like he trying to get some food. Then he turn around and he start talking. Now he tapping saying this ain't gonna be like this anymore. I'm not gonna be doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. And then he flip out, right? But when he catch himself, you see what he do. He pick a person in the
Right.
chat and flip on him and then kick him out because y'all caught him.
Uh-huh.
You see that shit
That's
right there? That's a front right
yeah.
there.
I
That's
know.
the front. Now that part is
That's
the
a
front.
front. I've seen
Uh huh.
him. I've seen him go this far before. You know what I mean? Where it's like an extortion. It's an extortion play. It's
Yep.
like you're extorting your own subscribers, man. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, I can hear salute, big bro. What up, yeah? But
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
Carolina.
honest with you. if if a nigga did he stick himself?
He stuck himself in the hand and he came back on later with a big old band-aid. I don't know, Rapper J, he sent me some
Oh
footage and I was
yeah,
like,
he
okay,
probably
this is it.
yeah he
Rapper
yeah,
J
he
caught it.
all right now yeah Rapper J catch everything. Salute to
Yeah,
Rapper
he
J.
caught it and he
All
sent
right,
it to
check
me
it
when
out.
I
If he stuck himself in the hand, he looking for a hug. He looking for a hug. Cause to
yeah,
be honest to you, well, that's the best thumbnail ever. That's a fact. Y'all niggas be getting it good. Hey, yo, you had one of me, my nigga. That shit was dumb funny. I said, that's my Brody. That's this motherfucker here, boy. I love this nigga. NETSTARZ, my Brody, man. You know what it be?
know the thing is
It,
I'm from the hood, man. I know how to,
yeah,
what we used to call ranking,
yeah, that's
you
a
know what I'm
fact. That's
saying?
a fact.
And now they done
Yeah,
turned it into like battle rap and stuff. But
yeah.
we used to just stand there and rank for hours on each other. So
And that was
I know how
good.
to get jokes. When it's needed, when
Yeah.
it's necessary.
Now you're a
But I
funny nigga. I
always have
give you that. You, Wax Dog, Rapper J, um, the little kid from the UK. He used to make memes of me with Wildcat, and there was another one. It's another nigga. Y'all niggas is nasty with that shit. That's how I learned all that shit. Fighting with
Uh,
Wildcat and them niggas, man. I was fighting with niggas, but it was fun then. Like when we was in the
right,
COVID, it was fun. We was cracking jokes on each other. We telling real shit about each other, whatever it is, but niggas didn't cross a certain barrier.
oh,
Now, now, niggas is dissing the dead. I done watched the nigga talk about my son since he been dead. I'm like, yo, who does this type of demonic shit? T History just passed away. Rest in peace to T History. I watch niggas talk bad about him. I'm like, yo, like, what's wrong with you niggas? What world do y'all niggas really live in? Like, and then you would think it'd be the little boys. Nah, these is grown ass men and women. I'm like, yo, like, if this is what this sector got, that's why I haven't been going live and shit. I've been working on my son page. Them niggas that found me over there. But the difference with that is when you come over there, see, you got to remember you dealing with them young boys over there on my page now,
right.
and them young boys will find you.
It's gonna be repercussions to that
Yeah,
shit.
see that now that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing now. Now when you come over there playing with them little boys and they got a bunch of money, they got 60, 70, $100,000 from scamming all day, and you over there playing with them niggas thinking ain't nobody, them little boys will pop up on you. See, that's why I'm not too worried about them playing with over there. But
Yeah.
see, all that's to say is we on a demonic. Look at the mass murders that's going on. You know what I mean? We
Mm.
had 3 mass murders in 2 days.
Ain't that
We
something?
had one, yeah. What was that? The church in California, the
Right.
store, and there was another one. I think in San Francisco or some crazy shit. That's 3 mass murders in in 2 days. Over 20, 30 people dead,
And I
and
think
that's just that instance.
at least two of them confirmed race motivated.
There you go. So now we back to not only being demonic. Now we got racist demonic, racial demonic. You know what I'm saying? Now we working off the devil time, ain't going off of skin color. But see that I think let me tell you something. I think those are just plague. Those are just put there in place so that we can start the racial war. They've been trying to start a racial war since before Breonna Taylor. No, they were trying to start a racial war with Sean Bell and the boys back in Queens, back in the early 2000s. See, people wasn't paying attention to this shit. It just started revving up. And what happened is that white and black, instead of them going against each other, they started working with each other, and it's fucking up the world for them. See, the world, what they want it to be, is not what it is anymore. They want slavery. They want us to kill each other. They want us to beat each other and do all this shit to each other and
Yeah,
say the white
they
and the black
losing their
man.
control. They losing
There you
the
go.
power that they had. So they willing to go to
Hmm.
almost any link. But see, they smart. They using the same ploys that they used on the Native Americans. You know, they came over here and they gave one side guns and they gave the other tribe guns and let them do
Hmm.
each other up. And then
Hmm.
came and employed them to come work with them to help kill another tribe.
There you go. There you go.
Dirty.
There you go. See, it's nasty. And what they doing is, see, they winning with the hood because the hood we killing each other. They ain't got to do nothing. They ain't got to do no sneaky shit. They talking about, oh, they trying to blind you in the hood. What they blinding you from shit, nigga? You killing each other. They ain't got to blind you from nothing. The people they
Oh yeah,
blinding is
they
the
be
people
on
that's
some
woke.
bullshit though. But AP, they still be on some bullshit. They doing that shit,
I,
supplying each side with weapons and shit like
I'm
that.
gonna keep it real with you. They funded the war by giving out PPP loans. PPP loans was the foundation for the hoods to kill each other. You got to remember something. Before PPP loans dropped, them kids was scamming like a motherfucker already. So all they did was put an easier scam with a lot more money. And what they gonna do with that money? They gonna buy more drugs to put in the hood, and they gonna buy more guns to kill each other with. So the PPP loans was the get up for them. They didn't have to scam. They didn't have to. They don't have to do us like they did the Indians and shit and trick us. You know what I'm saying? We tricking
Right,
ourselves. So the
right.
people
Because
that
when
they
we see the
tricking,
bag, we jump on it
yeah,
like
there you
and
go.
not even thinking about the hindsight of it or what the results could bring or
Check
any of
check
that.
this out. Put 100,000 in some motherfucking lava and show Jack Frost and watch he die.
You
I'm just
die,
telling you. See this? You see the greed?
die head first
You
into
see the
that shit.
greed? That's the greed. The greed to make him dive in that motherfucker head first. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way the hood is. The hood is the same way. Me and you already got some type of smoke. I got more guns. I can kill more people. I could get that smoke about the way. I could take over territory. I could do certain things when I got the power. The power is the gun. The money bought the power. bought the guns bought the power. We take over. And now we kill each other. Now the people that's woke is the people like us that watch outside of that. Now we see what's going on in the hood. We see that they killing us on a legal note with the police. See, we consider woke. Now those are the ones they want to trick. So what they do is they send that motherfucker right there to go in there and shoot up that motherfucking store, to go in that church, Dylan, and go kill all them black folks. And now they blind us because then we get on our nigga term now. We got to defend each other now. We got to hold each other down now. We got to stop this shit. They
Right,
using color instead of us staying woke. We fall right into that shit. Now we got to
right.
stay
Hey,
woke, nigga. That's the
let me ask
setup,
you
nigga.
something right quick, P. Let me ask you something right quick. Now they pushing another narrative. I seen it talking about why wasn't the assaulter, the gunman, taken down like one of us would have been taken down with no questions asked.
Because it's a plan. He wasn't there to die. Dylan, Ruth Dylan, walked inside of a church, killed everybody. He wasn't a plan to die. You know what I'm saying? Just like the guy that they said did the subway shooting and shit, which I don't
Right.
believe that they let a nigga 6 something, 300 pounds do all that shit and walk out of a train stop. It's not happening. And if they did, he was planted there. Just like the story of how Martin Luther King got killed and who killed him. That's a lie.
Mhm.
That man wasn't a marksman. He couldn't shoot that good in the philosophy of that way.
Right.
So people are planted there. They trying to trick us. They don't want us to see the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that we
Right.
fucked.
We at that point now, and I have to say this wholeheartedly. It's like the only thing we can trust on is God, man. That's it. It's
If
just
you
too
put your
much,
trust in
too much.
anything other than him, you're gonna lose.
Yeah, it's too much other stuff going on. And I want to give you a shout out too, man, for your Sunday messages and stuff. I know I be
Yeah.
following you, bro. I be seeing your messages. I'll be like, man, thank God. Because some days, especially when you wake up from Saturday night, you be like, oh, I needed to hear this. I needed to hear
Yeah.
this morning.
That's a
Because
fact. You
I
know what
tell
it
you,
be?
we
Man, I'll
get
be up.
tested.
That's a fact. We getting tested. It's just that's how I be feeling at the time. Some people say, what's the word they use with me? They use guilt. I call it I call it sanity. It's the way to keep your sanity. You know what I'm saying? It's just a way of keeping your sanity. See, a lot of people don't realize that mental health is a big problem. And
Sure
black
is.
communities are scared to talk about it. And that's why this fool that's on the screen right now is doing the dumb shit he's doing because he
And
don't
they,
want to
and
talk about
they
mental
giving them
health.
a platform to do it.
They gave that
Let me,
nigga. Yo, you remember when Chat used to get 30,000 and 10,000 views, and that nigga get views like me now. The page I made for my son popped off faster than my other page, and I get more. I just hit 25,000 over there talking about my son, having a funny joke about the nigga, and this nigga over here trying to kill himself. They'll take my page away before they take his,
ain't
saying I'm
that some
promoting
shit?
gang shit. Hmm.
That's fucked
Shit is
up.
crazy.
It's some powers at work, man, and we just really have to be, like I said, matter of fact, I did say this on Sunday to y'all. I said, man, because I didn't have a lot to say after seeing the footage of the shootings, that happened in that community. All I could say was, we all need to just start being very aware of our surroundings when we go out. Just be
Hmm.
aware, no matter what.
Hey, yo, that is sad but true. Nigga said Jack could be a great candidate to use for CIA ops mass shooting. Sad but true, and it is. You know why? Because they know you got a mental. You got to remember.
Got
Look at the
mental
people
problems.
that all the people that they use. They who mental problems. Like,
Yeah.
for instance, the kid Rittenhouse.
Hmm.
Now I've been called a coon for what I'm about to say to you. He called me a coon too because I vote for Trump. That's another topic. But a coon. I'll be called a coon. I've been called it because I felt Rittenhouse. He was a white guy. They put
Right.
him on trial because he went against what they believed in. What they believed in was quote unquote destruction of their own property. They went and fucked up their own property. That boy went out there to to protect the people and the property out there. See, they don't understand what he came for. That he
Right.
traveled around with a gun and this, that. Yeah, he did travel. Yes, he did. And as long as you put that gun in the right compartments, you could travel all over the world. People don't know that
Sure
though, because
can.
we don't smart to know that. We don't know that. Oh, we can ride through New York City with a firearm as long as you keep on driving and don't stop. See, that's the law. All you have to do is
Exactly.
call a state, and you can find out how to ride through certain states with a firearm, and you can ride through every fucking state you want to, and you can fly with your gun. People don't know that because they're not taught that. So this young boy, it's not his fault that his parents taught him how to travel with a gun. It's not his fault that his parents taught him how to hold down and defend himself. It's not his fault that his parents taught him not to prey on the weak and protect the weak. So he doing the things that he was taught to do. He went out there so he could protect and serve. Why you think the police didn't? They didn't care. Oh, he was white. No, nigga, he did the right thing. He did their job for him. Why you think he was tried and not found guilty? Oh, he was white. So you mean to
Right.
tell me we gonna continue to use this? He was white, so he got away. But he shot all white people. Oh, you a coon then?
And
You just riding
and
with the white
and they
man. You
were
a coon.
attacking. Hey, they were attacking him. I know the law. Okay, they were
Mm-hmm.
attacking him.
Mm-hmm.
His life was in danger. He had every
That's
right
right.
to defend himself. But what a
That's
lot of
right.
people don't realize, just because it was at the so-called matter event, that they think that it was people of melanin, and it wasn't.
No, no. He went by the law. You gotta remember, he turned the gun on another white man, and the white man put his hands up. He didn't shoot him. You know why? Because he wasn't in danger. Every person he shot put him in danger. He had
And,
every right to shoot them.
and that's why he's not guilty. I mean, I
There
saw
you
that
go.
back then. I was saying it too. I just wasn't on nowhere visible enough to receive the flack that you got. But I know what Frost was saying to you. He was on some bullshit, but he's a hypocrite because in the same breath, he turned around later on was talking the pro Trump stuff. You know what I'm saying? And James S had gotten his
Yeah.
ear. Shout out to James S. And basically telling him, look, man, Trump is he's on some deep operative stuff, and we all know what that was about. It was to get those funny
Those
people
type of
out.
people out of here. There you
Yeah,
go.
get the funny people out the woods and show themselves.
There you
And
go.
if you don't have that type of third eye vision, you're gonna be somebody like Jack Frost. Every time something come up, you switching sides. You know what I'm saying? Forgetting that he chastised you, demolished you, kicked you
Yep.
out to the curb while he did it, while he was changing sides, and you couldn't even come back and say, "Man, don't you owe me an apology?"
Yo, you know what would be crazy with me? The crazy shit is you ain't even got to give me an apology. You know what I need you to do? Stop acknowledging me as one of them people in your motherfucking head. See, what you got to remember is this: we all try to help them in our own way.
Sure did.
Some personal, all for YouTube and on, and some just for YouTube. Niggas like me and you help them on and off. With
Yep.
that type of relationship right there, you should be able to do like me and you did. You hit a person behind the scenes, and if you are wrong, you can admit your wrongs. If you felt you was done wrong, you can admit that. But it should never have to go to the point of me violating you on here. Now, if I take a shot at you and you shoot back at me, it's all fair game.
Right.
If you shoot at me and I shoot back at you, it's all fair game because you brought it there first. You know what I'm saying? But it's not
Mhm.
about who brought it there first. It's who's gonna stop it. Why you think
Yep.
when me and you bumped heads, I was wrong. I was dead ass wrong. I was in my motherfucking feelings. I was dead ass wrong. I shot at you, you shot at me. I hit you up on the back end. My fault, man. Because it ain't got to go this far. Some shit don't have to go as far as people make it go. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna stop something or try to be cool with something or anything that I didn't do. I did that with me and you. So I fixed that. And it wasn't even
Mhm.
that serious. It's just the fact of it
No.
shouldn't it
And,
shouldn't be
and,
nothing,
and,
period.
and it wasn't even, to me, it wasn't even something,
Nah,
that
it was
had to
funny.
even discuss on the live. But you did
Nah,
that
nah.
with you.
No, but you know that's the way with him. You know, all he had to
Mhm.
do with me, all he had to do was hit me behind the scenes and say, yo, listen, man, it shouldn't have went that far. And you know what? No problem. We ain't gotta fuck with each other. You go your way, I go my way. It's all good. And even if he didn't want to do that shit right there, All he had to do was take me out your fucking head. But I also know mental health is a problem. Something that he once he put you in that motherfucking that world, that meta world that he got in his head. Cause he been had a meta world. See, Jack Frost be having the blueprint and he don't even know it. He already built the whole fucking meta world in his head before we even heard about a meta world. You know what I'm saying?
For
He was already rich. He had the blueprint to get rich and didn't even know it. It was in his own head already. Because he
real.
already got a whole fucking world built in his
Right.
mind already.
The
And
saloons,
nobody can't change it.
all that stuff that he used to bring to the platform, that's meta world stuff.
Yo, that nigga already had it. He had the blueprint to get rich, but he never applied it. You know why? Because he wants you to do the work for him.
Right. That's what he
And
wanted me to do. He wanted
that
me to
was
do
Zeke.
all the
Yeah.
editing,
Yeah,
all the
see?
work, build the platform. Like,
And he
dude,
just
man, I
want to
got
talk about it. And he
mm-hmm.
want to talk. To be honest to you, he's a better like he'll go out and get the motherfucking he's a better journalist. He'll go out there and get the motherfucking information. He's not good at giving the information out, but he's good at going to get it. Now he don't know how to talk to people. So it's never gonna come out the way it's supposed to. Cause he
Right.
could be
Now,
dead ass right.
when you say talk to me, what you mean is actually him interacting and having
Him
communication,
him
a back and
him
forth with people.
there you go. Him having to give the word, him having to give the people the information he got and correspond with them, being able to
Mm,
take they negative and positive because people not gonna always see shit the way you see it, whether you right or wrong. You could be 100% right, but you're gonna have to not not agree, but be understanding to somebody else's opinion. I don't have to agree with your opinion, but I don't mean I have to be like you're a stupid motherfucker and block you. I don't have to say I'm gonna hit you with some bags because I feel like you're a dummy and you was 100% right and I was the dumbass. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be like that. I don't have to agree with you all the time, and that's the thing that makes shit work. I don't agree with everything everybody say. Like I don't
well,
agree with people that say that he was gonna kill himself and they donated to him. I don't agree with that. I
yeah,
think he was bullshitting.
yeah. And
I think he crazy as hell.
I'm definitely not here to kick him in the hole and throw dirt on him. All I'm
Yeah,
saying is that we can learn from this example of how it is that you conduct yourself with people can put you in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? All them people that you used to have that would bring you out of the situation, whether it be mentally or financially or even physically, they're not there because you alienated yourself. You took them people out your circle.
yeah, that's a fact. You pushed all them people out there that would have helped you. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? That would have helped you. He said he trusts no one. He trusts no one. How can you work with somebody like that? You can't. He don't trust
Right.
himself.
Right, and that's the
You
end
ain't
of
fair
business.
black
I mean,
people.
well, how can we do business if you don't trust what it is that I'm gonna do, and making me feel a kind of way like, well, why don't you trust me? Well, I don't feel comfortable working with you then.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, how do you work with somebody that you don't? How do you be around a person you don't trust? First of all, I can't have you around me if I don't trust you, and I don't want to be around you if you don't trust me.
Right,
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
good.
That's just
I'm
weirdo
good.
shit. Yeah,
Well, hey,
yeah.
check this out, Pete. This whole thing about Jack, we could go on, especially me and you, because we go way back with it. You
Man,
know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be very honest with you. I pray that the man wake up tomorrow, straight up.
me too. Me
I
too. I
pray
don't
that he
wish
wake up
nothing.
tomorrow.
I wish
You know,
nothing bad on this man. I pray that he wake up tomorrow in a good health and good mental where it fixed him and he can get on the right path with it. I hope that, yo, the world we live in right now, we don't have no room to wish nothing bad on nobody, man.
that's
Cause
right.
karma is a motherfucker.
Karma exists. You need to unblock that word in your chat, my guy.
Word. Cause you can't get away from that. You can hide it all you
Get
want.
away because there are such things as good karma too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's definitely it's what you bring into your realm, what you speak on, you can bring it into your existence. And that's important for you to know that it ain't all gotta be negative. It can be all good if you put your energy into it.
He could build that meta world off some positivity and be a fucking genius.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So
just cause
what I'm
he
gonna do? what I'm gonna
Right.
do, B, because I know you guys is late. I know everybody. We all got to get up tomorrow morning, especially you guys over there. You know, I'm gonna get some shout outs to everybody that came here, and I'm gonna close it on a good note. First of all, I want to thank you for
Gotcha.
coming in and sharing this with me. I know we're gonna be probably talking about this tomorrow too, because first of all, we're gonna see if this man is still with us tomorrow. To be honest, you
Yeah,
know,
he should. He should be.
for Joe that he put that knife up to his neck, and according to Rapper J, he saw some blood at some point. You know what I mean?
Oh
So it's like,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not good. So you know, I'm just gonna put that man in my prayers, regardless of what
All
he
right.
did to me.
Let,
No matter, you
let me
know.
get up off of here, man. Salute to everybody.
Yeah.
Your net, man. Keep doing your thing, man.
Hey, and I want to let you know, man. Yak is one of my first admins.
Yo, Yak is a good brother, man. Yak a good
I
brother.
know,
And tomorrow I'm gonna come member up to the channel. I didn't know you was monetized. That's what I'm talking. Yeah, I think you
oh
said you
yeah,
did say that.
I
Yeah,
did.
all right. Well,
I've been sharing it with y'all. I want to get on for no fame. He been asking me to get up on the up on the platform with him on the panel.
yeah.
And I told him I would, because then right then I was gonna make sure that I address everybody in both of y'all's platform and show my
Oh,
appreciation, man, for
oh,
helping.
nah. Yeah, go up there and put in that work, man. Salute to
That's
y'all,
what I'm
man. You know
doing.
that. Get up there, put in that work.
Yep,
But
yep.
go ahead. Let me get off of here, man. Yo,
Okay.
hold it down, net.
Yeah, right on. Thank you for coming through.
You know it, bro.
All right. So with that being said, I want to give a shout out to True Crime, Dumb Criminals, and Glue Bag Fans. Boy, you got a cold handle right there. But I know if you fuck with P, then you fuck with me. Of course, YouTube, I've been fucking with you for a long time. Let's see who else we had come through. Yak, my new admin. Salute. Appreciate you coming through. Couple other guys. I got to go. You guys put some in, especially Rapper J. Rapper J's been an admin also for a long time, way before I even got monetized. So salute to him. Look like that's all we have for now. Especially a big shout out to Grown Man P for coming through. Appreciate y'all coming through. Let's see. Yeah. That's it. So with that being said, one thing I want to close out with is a message, and let everybody know, like, look, man, it is a such thing as karma, and that thing that we just closed out with P about is important, man. It's important that how we deal with one another. You know what I'm saying? Even if you help somebody that don't help you back, the creator, God, Allah, whatever name you go by, he has already promised to bring you those blessings in return tenfold for helping somebody. Just helping somebody without expecting anything in return. That's a fact. That's a fact. And I feel that way right now because, not more than 3 weeks ago, I had maybe like 700 subs, and I wasn't really thinking about YouTube as, something serious, because the truth is I just wanted to use YouTube to introduce y'all to my platform, and we're going to get to that as we go along. But the thing is that, I'm starting to really appreciate the interaction with you all. We're growing, monetized, whatnot, and it's going down. So salute, man. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and take us out with one of these Seattle joints, and let's go. And y'all have a good night. See y'all in the morning.
So get me to the money.
Hey, show me to that guap guap.
Show me to the guap guap. I'm so swimmy.
Yeah, I be on that drip drop.
I'll be on that drip drop. Get me to the money.
Hey, show me to that guap guap.
Show me to the guap guap. I'm so swimmy.
Yeah, I be on that drip drop.
I'll be on that drip drop.
It's cold in the game, so you can end up freezing. No, I got that flame thing. Leave your ice melting. Niggas on some other shit. Bitches do their own thing. We all be on some gutter shit. Who the fuck you fucking with? We be on that swimmy. You on that flip flop. Yo, shit dried up. I be on that drip drop. On the elevator. On my way to the tip top. NASCAR fast. While you stuck at a pit stop. Blast to the past. Nina on the rooftop. Reincarnated. Got me feeling like I'm Tupac. You get no bread. I get dough about cameras look like a screw spot. Sick like Ebola while you niggas got the chicken pox. I be getting guala while swimming up in the drill. And you can't get $1, you strapped with no
Get me
clear.
to the money.
Hey, show me to that guap guap.
Show me to the guap guap. I'm so swimmy.
Yeah, I be on that drip drop.
I be on that drip drop. Get me to the money.
Hey, show me to that guap guap.
Show me to the guap guap. I'm so swimmy.
Yeah, I be on that drip drop.
I be on that drip drop.
Being said, if y'all could go over to our Facebook channel, we have a group over there, NETSTARZ Live Urban, and as you can see, it is at 21,000 and growing. We love to have you on board, and in fact, I do need some admins and whatnot over there too, and trust me, this is something that we can really just build on and make happen. I've been posting up Grown Men Talk stuff, Porno Bang stuff. Everybody that supports those platforms, I post them up in there, and I'll be more than glad to support yours too. So with that being said, this is NETSTARZ. We out.